Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Unstuffing Turkey podcast. Nordic Monitor is our source on this episode. Disclosure reveals highest echelon of Turkish government involved with criminal and terrorist networks. Dated May 2nd. That's Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan on his secured phone, one of his many, I'm sure. Classified documents obtained by Nordic Monitor have revealed that suspected criminals and terrorists have been in touch with senior Turkish officials who used government-issued secure phones to avoid interception. The scandal, which was revealed in a 2018 case that was heard by Ankara Second High Criminal Court, involved dozens of secure mobile phones that were delivered to senior officials and government agencies. The phones were used by President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, a number of ministers, chief of intelligence agency, and the chief of general staff. According to the classified report issued on September 13, 2014 by a team of experts and submitted to the prosecutor's office, 76 secure second-generation phones out of 161 were flagged in a database maintained by the Telecommunications Directorate, Telekomünikasyon İletişim Başkanlığı, or TIB, an agency that processes court-authorized wiretap requests from law enforcement and intelligence. The report was later incorporated in the court case file. Let's see here. Here's the, by the way, as I always say, the sources, the source will be in the description, and if you follow that link, it will take you right over here. That the article will provide you its actual official source, which you can click and download as a PDF format, or you can use a QR scanner. Now, this is, by the way, it's 2 pages, and both of them are here. This excerpt, that is. The list of secure phones used by government officials and flagged by investigators who were probing criminal networks and terrorist groups in Turkey. Now, this is the order. This is just the type of spreadsheet that they used. Let's see. Certificate number. Okay. The certificate number, I'm translating for you, and IMEI is listed, the whole IMEI, and kullanan, which means a user. Recep Tayyip Erdogan is of course at number 1. Another one is also Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Another one for Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Another one for Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So from number 1 to number 4, all for Recep Tayyip Erdogan. It says tarih aralığı. Basically, it's the date from beginning to end in the window in which this phone with this IMEI was used by the president. And just to let you know, the Turkish way of writing the date, it's in succession from smallest to biggest, in the sense that that's not March 1st, that's 3rd of January 2014 to 17th of January 2014. So day, month, year, that's how it's written. Just wanted to let you know that. And of course, you know, the names associated just go down and down, and this is the General Chief of Staff, Turkish National Intelligence Agency. Hakan Fidan is the chief of the MIT, and just everything is right here. But it's these are second generation devices. and of course the communication is encrypted. As it says right here, kriptolu telefonlarla yapılan iletişim dinlenmesine dair associated with the encrypted phones, the communication that took place via encrypted phones. The report made clear that the second generation secure phones that were flagged were used by Erdogan personally and several of his inner circle, including Chief Advisor Sefer Turan, a suspect in Quds Force terrorism investigation. Those of you who don't know, Quds Force is a terrorist organization, though completely created and backed by the Iranian government. The phone calls of the intelligence chief Hakan Fidan and some of his agents, also suspected of involvement in criminal acts by Turkish prosecutors, were also intercepted. Other people whose phones were also flagged, including then Foreign Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu, Economy Czar Ali Babacan. Ali Babacan has broken away from the administration, has created his own political party, and now has taken place as part of the opposition. So take that, take what you want from that. As you know what, just for sake of posterity, here, get a good laugh out of it. There we go. Here's the URL, devapartisi.org. Deva, and they are pretty powerful in the sense that, I mean, they really are part of, they are part of there's the platforms. I'm curious to see if they have. Wow. I believe I'm pretty certain that Ali Babacan has. He's been all. It's not that he's been all over the world. I mean, yeah, he has, but because he was the economy czar, he is a, how should I put it, more intelligent than the rest of his co-workers at the time, or co-ministers in that administration, and I'm surprised that he doesn't have a English edition to this website. But so yeah, I mean, let's see right here. Load. Ali Babacan, iktidar değişikliği huzur ve barış içerisinde olacak. Ali Babacan states that the administrative change will take place within peace and calmness, for lack of a better term. I'm just translating this right as I go, but here we go. Let me get rid of that quote in here, just to satisfy those of you that won't be satisfied unless it's somewhat. There we go. İktidar değişikliği huzur ve barış içerisinde olacak. The change of power will be peaceful and peaceful. See, don't you love Google? Peaceful and peaceful. It's more like not peaceful and peaceful, but it'll be within calmness and peace. So that's Ali Babacan himself. You would never know. if you're a Turk living in Turkey, listening to his speeches, you would never know. Of course, a lot of people would, there are some people that criticize him, saying that, well, where were you in the years that everything was going downhill? It's not just going downhill now, and now you just jumped ship and created your own party, and now you're part of the opposition. So that's one of the main criticisms that he receives. But that's it. Oh gosh, where am I? Okay, Prime Minister, Undersecretary, and top bureaucrat Efkan Ala, Economy Minister Zafer Çağlayan, who was indicted in the U.S. in a sanctions-busting scheme involving Iran. My God, it's unbelievable how interconnected all this is. I mean, I'm an intelligence analyst. This is not surprising to me, but I'm sure that viewers would find this rather disturbing, because you think that you're sitting there dealing with one thing, and all of a sudden you just flip one rock and see that there are tons of bugs under it. Deputy Prime Minister Beşir Atalay, a known pro-Iranian operative, and many others. Here is Fidan, Hakan Fidan, the chief of the National Intelligence Agency of Turkey, MIT, and Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Let's see. Nordic Monitor previously published a secret wiretap which shows that Erdogan illegally handed over a government-issued secure phone to a representative of a one-time Al-Qaeda financier so that his conversations could not be intercepted. Of course, our intelligence agencies have their work, have their work cut out, but that's neither here nor there. I'm sure stuff like this are already thought of, but imagine being part of Al Qaeda. Imagine being part of that side of this interaction, and knowing that you have access to a federal federally encrypted secure phone line that's connected to a government which is not, at least yet, listed as a government that's sponsor of terrorist organizations. So this is another comment on Turkish politics, how they try to play both sides of the aisle. According to a wiretap call between Erdogan's chief of staff Hasan Doğan and Osama Govt, who represented Saudi businessman Yasin Al-Ghadi, listed as an Al-Qaeda financier on both the U.S. Treasury and UN lists for many years. The two discussed how to set up a phone call using the secure phone. Let's see. Look at this excerpt. During the conversation between Doğan and Govt, which took place on March 18th, 2013 at 1853, hours over regular mobile phone lines, Erdogan's chief of staff told Govt that his boss, Erdogan, asked Govt to call him on his residential phone in 3 minutes using the secure phone. Quote, "Did they teach you how to make the call?" unquote, Doğan asked, and prompting an affirmative response from Govt, indicating that he had earlier received training on the use of the phone by Erdogan's men. Now, here's a, let's see, how many pages was this? 11 pages long document that you can also, you can click on and download as a PDF. There we go. 11 page classified document that shows dates and times of intercepted phone calls made by senior government officials. These are the IMEIs. The owner is listed here, and here it's MIT, so it's National Intelligence Agency. Here the owner is, it says bilinmiyor, meaning unknown. Here it's Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So these are the dates. Remember the succession of the dates: day, month, year, the duration, and the phone number. Of course, the last, I believe, very last 2 digits of it are excluded, and the QR code is also right here. Quote briefly went through how he would be making the call with Erdogan's chief of staff, and said he would push a agree button to make the phone call and so forth. So here is Yasin al-Kadi and Usame Kutup. Police surveillance photo of Yasin al-Kadi and Usame Kutup as they came to Turkey to meet with Erdogan and his associates. So they also met in person. I'm not going to, I mean, the rest is right here, of course, with all the details. The link is in the description. As always, thank you so much for your time. This concludes this report. For God and country.